Congrats on the big win. I thought you guys were fantastic tonight, one of your best performances.
Yeah, I thought our defensive shape was pretty good. A little bit disappointed not to get the clean sheet. Made it a bit nervy at the end, but we thought it was a fantastic performance from the entire squad. The subs that came on were brilliant and made an impact for the team. First half was tough going to create the amount of chances that we wanted to, but against the champions, they don't really give you much, and they're very, very organized and strong, and it was difficult to break them down, but thankfully we got a few chances, and players impacted the game.
Yeah, a real gritty performance. Some of the players that might have gone under the radar, who played well for you?
I thought Mitch was fantastic in the back. Some of his defensive clearances, it seemed like the ball was a magnet to him. Wes Sharpie's been very, very consistent, probably the last 4 or 5 games, performing at a good level. Bono was solid when he needed to be, brought some calm to the team, and I thought the guys in midfield, Chris Manella in midfield, Brian James covered a hell of a lot of ground. It was a fairly solid performance, but if I had to tip my hat to two, it'd probably be Mitch and Wes.
A couple of big performances from your substitutes, some good calls by you. Uccello, Edwards, we thought Edwards would open the game up, but Uccello came on and made the difference.
Yes, Sal's been playing well and consistent, so we wanted to continue with Sal. Raheem gave us a decent little spark off the bench, and you don't get your substitutes right all the time, but thankfully Luka and Malik came in and made the difference for us, because we needed that second goal for sure.
Finally, Brian James, Malik Johnson, they've gone on in the last couple of weeks to make their debut for the first team. What's the academy to the USL team to the first team, it all seems to be working.
Yeah, it's showing the system is working. Players need to keep performing and taking their chances when they can. Thankfully, Greg Vanny's given them a little sniff, and that's given them a bit of a carrot to keep working hard. And long may it last. Our objective is to push players through to the first team. So if we keep doing that and pick up some points here and there, then not doing too bad.
What does it mean to get a scalp over the 2005 reigning champions? Coming to the game today, you knew you were going to have to be on your medal, and
well, it's about time, to be honest with you. We lost to them 3 times.
Been a bit unlucky in recent performances, though.
Yeah, we lost, to them 3 times last season. We only took 1 point, a draw. We played them in preseason. We thought we did quite well in beating them 1-0, but now the points were on the line. So it feels good, but we need to be humble, stay grounded. We've got a massive match on Wednesday against our rivals, Montreal. So, it's about rest and recovery and then go again.
Yeah. Could you talk about the game plan going in? You sat Manella pretty much in front of the back four, absorbed pressure. In the first half, a lot of the time you had 9 guys behind the ball. And then late in the game, you brought really quick players on. Was that the game plan going in against a team that you knew was going to have a lot of the ball?
We were trying to, our starting position was like 15 yards above the circle, so they were starting to get a bit of possession, and they had the ability to switch it from center back to center back, which sort of pushed us back a little bit. So it wasn't our intention to sit back, but as I said before, they're a pretty good team, and they had a bit of the ball, so that sort of pushed our wide guys back a little bit. But if you're organized defensively and you then win the ball, we know that we have a lot of athletes within our team, so that we could then stretch it in behind, and you saw that in the second half for sure.
And the guys that came in late in the game, really young guys. What can you say about being able to rely on those young guys to be difference makers in the game?
Well, like I said, it doesn't really come off every single week because of their youthfulness, but the one thing that they do have is they have a ton of ability, and they have belief in themselves. And you could see through both of the actions that they wanted to make the difference. We encourage our substitutes to come on and give something to the game, stamp their authority onto the match, and I thought they did that for us.
Boubacar Job seemed to have a very strong game too. What can you say about him?
Every single game that Bouba gets to play, he plays with good intensity. His heart is there. He's full of commitment, and he's got some real physical tools. Been playing him at right back as well as right wing. Right wing is his natural position, but we've been also testing him in the fullback position. But again, he was impactful for us today. If you look back at the Wilmington game, he was very impactful in that game. And then even the game before that against Richmond when we won 1-0 here. he was arguably the man of the match in the right back position. So for me, those are 3 consistent performances from him. Home matches, obviously, and hopefully it continues on Wednesday.